Fight fans, welcome back to Carl Prusa MMA. Today we got a friend of the show. He's back, got a big fight coming up on Saturday in the UFC, making his return to the Apex, where he is 1-2 in a row there. He's taking out Vitor Petrino. He is concrete. He is Mr. Steven Asplund. Brother,
what's going on,
brother?
brother?
How are you?
Oh, man, what a fucking intro. Thank you, dog. No, I'm feeling good, man. Ready to go in there and kick some ass again. We'll go do what we do.
Absolutely. The last time we talked, it was before you made your UFC debut against Sean Sharaf. Went out there, wonderful performance, record performance. You're getting like DC statistics out there. Looking back at it now, man, what did you make of the debut?
Man, I got pillow hands like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? No, those guys are assholes. No, man, that fight was like the perfect storm. I kind of was hoping Sean would do something like that. I mean, I kind of goaded him into it literally right before we stepped onto the stage for weigh-ins. We had a little conversation because he had blocked me and shit, whatever. And as soon as I saw him, I lit up. I was like, "What's up, dog? Like, give me a hug." We shook up and I gave him a hug. I was like, "Why the fuck you blocked me? I thought we were buddy, man." And he was just like, "Oh, the fans, whatever." And I just kind of made a mental note, like, "Okay, you're lying about that. My fans don't talk shit. Not to mention you blocked me 2 days after we signed the contract, motherfucker. The fight didn't get announced for weeks." But it was like all love in the moment. I was like, "Look, bro," I said, "tomorrow night we got an opportunity to change our lives forever. So meet me in the middle. Let's fucking scrap and do that." He looked me up and down. He was like, "All right, bro." And I was we got on the shuttle and I told my old man, like, "There ain't no way this motherfucker scraps with me, dog." And he did. He obliged, and we both came out all the more better for it, all the more, powerful and whatever. I think that fight didn't lower his stock at all, at least in my opinion. You know what I mean? That was a fucking barn burner for fucking 9 minutes. So, yeah.
So where were you at, man, when you found out that you guys won Fight of the Night?
Palace Station Bar. I was me, Tommy, his wife, my family, my cousin, a bunch of people we had out here. Like, we were drinking and shit, and then we all kind of went our separate ways after a little bit. Parents wanted to go gamble somewhere else, and my cousin went with them. Me, my lady, Tommy, and his wife are sitting there drinking at Palace Station Bar. And all of a sudden I get a call from my dad, and he's like, "Yo, like, did you hear?" And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And I'm just like, I'm still just elated we won. And I hear my cousin in the back. She's like, "You won a fucking bonus." I was like, "What?" And I look at my wife, and we both look over at the sports book. And Tommy's got photos of me fucking jumping up and down when he saw it. Cause it was like, it's just like, it's so crazy, man. It's a fucking movie. All this shit. Every piece of my life for the last 6 months has just been unreal. Like, I feel like I'm living in the Steven Asplund movie. It's fucking weird.
It's kind of a crazy thing. We talked a little before we got on here. You've only been fighting, not even professionally, for 3 years. Obviously, when you get into it, everyone has those goals in their head. I'm going to make it to the UFC. I'm going to try to get to the next level. But thinking of stuff like this, 15-second KOs, $50,000 bonuses, do you think of that stuff as you're going on this journey?
Man, I mean, like, to me, it's like I've kind of said in a couple of different interviews, it's all been a pipe dream to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, how many guys? I was talking to Guzzi about this before we fought Sharaf, and we're sitting in the fucking PI sparring and shit. And he's like, after we get done sparring, he looks at me. He's like, "Bro, how many fucking people would kill to be where we're at?" And I looked at him and I smiled. I'm like, "Dude, I know. Like, how blessed are we? And um, it's everything is just perfect, bro. I feel like the stars are aligning. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. I do feel like it has been a short period of time. Especially when I talk to other people about it, like other fighters and shit, I almost feel bad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It does seem like a super big push kind of early, but like, I'm showing up, and that's the biggest thing. Is I said in an interview recently, like, by no means do I believe that I'm the best or one of the top 50 in the world or anything. I don't look at myself like that. Motherfuckers can run with that as you wish or as you want to, but like, everybody else thinks I'm that good, and I keep showing up and I'm performing, and that's all I care about, man. Like, all the naysayers, whatever, fuck, tell me I won't, I'm gonna do it.
You really got an amazing story. Obviously, at one point, you're
Thank you,
over
brother.
500 pounds, battled obstacles, professional athlete, got to a place where very few do. What's it like now knowing you're probably getting messages on social media, Instagram, people telling you that, hey, you inspired them. You're helping them with their weight loss. You're helping them believe that they can accomplish anything they want, whatever it is. For you, is that more satisfying than the actual competition and winning all the stuff you are right now?
Well, that's what I feel like my purpose is now, like I struggled to find or understand my purpose for a long time. I'm 27 years old. I turned 28 in July, and I feel like finding where I am now and finding kind of who I am and who I'm supposed to be. I feel like it's a blessing to find it even this early. You know what I mean? Like as late as I feel like I am to the party. A lot of people struggle with that their whole lives. And now that I have a platform and an opportunity to promote wealth and, just positivity and kindness and love and shit like that amongst troubled youth or troubled individuals, people that don't believe in themselves. Like, man, it's unreal. I feel bad because I 100% I'm gonna start getting better at looking at the requests and shit. I literally have thousands and thousands of requests right now, and to see like I skimmed through because it was initially after the fight I was looking at the requests a lot. You know what I mean? Because I was just like, man, the love is crazy. I grew like almost 25,000 followers in the first fight, and it was just kind of insane. And um there was a couple of kids. There was one dude from like Japan, one guy from Brazil, and then another like chubby dude from the East Coast or something like that. And the kid from Brazil, he was so eloquent and articulate with his words. Like to me, it felt like the way we speak is just like disgusting. You know what I mean? Like barbaric motherfuckers the way we speak in America. But basically, the way his words were, it was just like, man, it meant a lot to me to see somebody that looked like me do what you did. Thank you for helping me believe in myself and giving me belief and confidence. And I just like I broke down crying because it's incredible. Who am I, man? And I'm not. That's what I tell. Like when I get recognized in public now, motherfuckers are like, "Bro, you're so inspirational," and I'm like, and I just I'm like, why? Like I'm a big dumb idiot that gets punched in the head for fun. I curse a lot. I look like a felon. I'm a sweetheart, but I I look crazy, and I just I'm so grateful. And that's all I can say about that is just like I'm grateful and I feel like this is my purpose to promote the love and kindness to kids and just supply belief to people that need it.
Absolutely. Obviously, you represent the great state of Minnesota. For a while now, when you thought of Minnesota, you didn't really think of like an MMA staple. But when you look at it, Angel Pacheco, he's out there. Yourself, Tommy's out there. Goozy's out there. It's pretty
My
cool
brothers.
that there's some top tier fighters from Minnesota.
Oh, there's some beasts, man. It's funny because I actually trained with Angel and his team a lot when I was as an amateur and coming up. Like, start BJJ with Brock Larson and all those guys. Those are the fucking homies, man. Those guys are all dogs. Like every single one of them. Joey Hart was out of that gym. He was on the contender series. He's coming up. Tanner Tremblay's about to main event headline in LFA for Mystic Lake, and Augustine Hahn has got his fucking first his pro debut in like 2 weeks. I'm geeked for all my boys, man. All the boys ought to start. All the boys ought to fucking just Minnesota, man. I feel like what you're saying. There is a lot of overlooked people in Minnesota, man. And Tommy, truthfully, like Tommy was the latest one in the last couple of years to give everybody hope, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Watching my big brother go out there and get a contender series fight and then fucking, steal a contract and show out and then get these fights. And he made me believe in myself. If it wasn't for Tommy, I wouldn't have thought I'd be able to do this shit for sure. It was having somebody so close to me make it and then having his talented ass fucking tell me, like, bro, you could do this. Shit, all right, let's try it.
So you're getting ready, taking on Vitor Petrino on Saturday. Your friend Tommy just fought him. Overall,
Yeah.
what do you think of Vitor as an opponent here?
Bro, he's dangerous. I have nothing ill to say about Vitor. I mean, like he's a dangerous striker. He's a dangerous grappler. But there's holes in his game, just like there's holes in everybody's. And I'm only assuming that there's going to be more growth with each fight. So I'm expecting the best Vitor to show up in front of me on Saturday night. I think he'd be fucking nuts if he's going to strike with me. I mean, granted, that's what I want. And that's kind of what I'm going to try to goad him into. But I'm expecting a wrestling match. I know I'm gonna have to, get him off my fucking legs and push him away. That's all I fucking work on, man. Like, don't get me wrong, Caitlin absolutely helps me sharpen my skills and head combos and stuff like that to my striking, but like my ground game is where all my focus is That's where it always has been, you know. After the Denzel loss, I was like, I don't ever want to feel that way again. You know what I mean? And I I ain't never gonna feel that way again.
Obviously with Tommy just fighting him, knowing that he's one of your main training partners here, does that add any confidence? Are there any takeaways from that help here?
Man, 100%. I mean, me and Tommy talked nauseum about like what this guy's gonna do, you know, and just his fight style. He's real explosive for the first minute. He kind of tones it down for majority. You know, he wants to win the beginning of the round and the end of the round, and like that's okay. If that's, I mean, I'm not gonna play his fucking game. I know he likes disengaging, walking away, and trying to get guys to come to him, and then he'll throw a flying knee or a crazy fucking straight and or a takedown even when guys are walking in. Bro, I'm not a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like I got some pretty high fight IQ, and no disrespect to Vitor, but I feel like he's made some low IQ decisions in the past, and I plan on taking full advantage. I mean, he's a young guy as well. So, and I was looking at the record too, because I was like, initially I was I was so excited about the fight as soon as I signed it. And then like the week after, I was just like, all right, time to lock in. And I'd gotten so fat after my fight just because my hands were fucked up. I had contusions in my hands. And like I was helping Isaiah train, but I wasn't doing nearly, all the same shit I was doing, which was my mistake. I should have just kept working out constantly. But we got back into it. I was just like, fuck, like this is a crazy step up in competition. But at the same time, man, I know what the fuck I'm capable of. And I know how shallow this division is. And I know that on any fucking given day, it can be somebody's night. So why not me? You know what I mean? Why not me?
You mentioned step up in competition. When I look at Petrino, he's obviously not ranked, but I feel like he's right outside of that. He's like 15 to 20. This is your second fight with a big win over Vitor Petrino. Are you thinking you could be cracking that top 15 or at least get a top 15 in the near future?
Bro, from everything I'm seeing, he's ranked 15 right now in the heavyweight division. And that's just because fucking Jailton got cut.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
if he's number 15, I'll take this motherfucker's head off. What does that make me? You know what I mean? And I I've said it a couple of times. I've seen this shit in my dreams a couple of times, man. And I will not be denied at the gates of my destiny. This is what the fuck I'm here to do. I didn't come all this way. I didn't come this far just to come this far. You know what I mean? I'm not stopping here, man. We're planning on going through this motherfucker in convincing fashion and showing everybody that I earned my spot in this motherfucker. Like I am a problem. I know I'm the new kid on the block with kind of a mouthpiece, trying to, whatever. But bro, I'm willing to perform out there. So win, lose or draw, my heart will be on that motherfucking canvas on Saturday.
Obviously, Vitor, he's up next, and I don't want to talk about the future too much, but there's another gentleman who recently as well got a big fight coming up against Curtis Blades, the guy we talked about before, and Josh Hokich. Maybe with a big win here, could the winner of that maybe be on the radar?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but truthfully, brother, I do not see Josh getting through Curtis. And if he gets through Curtis, that is a fucking huge accomplishment, and I'll give him his flowers 100%. But as a fan of Curtis Blades and, not just another heavyweight, Curtis's game all around is significantly better than Josh's, and biting off a little more than he could chew right away. So that being said, after I get through Vitor, I'm coming for Josh Hoke, bitch, for sure.
You've had a lot of success in the Apex. Obviously, 2 wins in a row, one in Contender, one in the UFC. Obviously, when you're fighting on the regional seniors, fighting in a smaller type of cage, do you find a lot of similarities fighting that smaller environment? Is it kind of similar at all?
Bro, the UFC Apex cage is bigger than the fucking one I normally fought at LFA. Like, so I'm happy. I got rooms, and the room I train with Tommy's big wrestling ass and fucking Isaiah Gomez and Alvin and Lawrence Peterson. It's a fucking 12 by 12 room. I am so consistently confined in my training space. Bro, when I got room to work, I'm fucking excited. And like a lot of people were talking about my fight style and shit and just saying how dangerous it is for me leading in. Like I fight for the fighter. You know what I mean? I try to be I train for the fighter. Vitor, I'm not gonna be able to just charge ahead. And everyone knows I can be a counter striker. I can sit here and fucking bop, 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 move, bop, bop, move. And that's what I mean, I'm assuming he's gonna try to engage initially. At least I would. He's 28 years old. I can't imagine that he's gonna be like, this guy can't fucking knock me out like that. You know, I don't know, maybe not. I feel like I have the best camouflage in the division in my skin and my body and shit. So like, I don't know. I'm hoping to God he's underestimating me, and if he is, that probably means nobody else will. But we'll see.
Obviously, when you have two heavyweights on the card, people get excited. But when you look at this, obviously, he has that wrestling background, but he's also can strike. He's shown he's got power. I'm getting excited because I can see you two going at it and absolute bombs and fireworks going. You've won a fight of the night bonus already. Well, now those are double, and those are worth $100,000. Is this a good on paper? Is this a good stylistic opportunity to maybe get $100,000 richer here?
You know what else was? Charlie Olives versus Max Holloway. This motherfucker wants to win. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's worried about a bonus instead of a win, and I'm not either. I'm gonna goad him the same way I did Sean. Meet me in the fucking middle. Let's scrap. Poha, come on, let's go. But I'm not gonna anticipate this being exactly what it was last time. And I'll tell you what, Carlo, you know how many fucking messages I got from UFC heavy, not messages, but like half-ass call outs after my fucking fight, talking about, oh, we'd win fight of the night for sure. Suck a dick, bro. Fuck you. I don't care. Like, God, I'm signing up for and another thing is too, is this is the first name the UFC offered me. I don't fucking say no, bro. So whoever they want is who I want. So we're just gonna keep this motherfucker rolling. And yes, I'm going for 100K always, but I don't anticipate this guy being willing to engage as much on the feed. We'll see. And that's the whole thing is if I can get his cadence down early, he's fucked. And if he can get my cadence down early, I might be fucked. So we're gonna see. Battle of the fucking IQs.
We talked about in the past, casual MMA fans and social media. Obviously, now you're seeing more and more, again, more and more followers. Have any funny type of comments or memes stuck out to you since you've become this figure?
Oh my God, yeah. I mean, fuck. I see all of them. It sucks. I'm always online. Like when I get tagged and shit, I'm like, oh fuck, like oh my God, and it's funny. I roll with the punches. I'm not too like serious about the shit. You know what I mean? Like I will say I don't like people calling me titties. Like I call myself titties. it's like I was kind of holding the power, but now it's being taken away from me. uh, but no, the like Beast Titan thing's been cracking me the fuck up since my debut. Oh my God. Initially, I was like, man, fuck you guys. And then I remembered the show and I was like, yeah, it was a pretty good show. He's a monster. All right, whatever. Like, I'll accept it. I, I'm grateful, man. I don't give a shit. If people want to talk shit, go ahead, man. I'm living my dream while you're talking shit on the internet. And anybody that's supporting, thank you. I fucking love you guys. You guys make all this shit so much more worth it and so much more fun to talk shit. If I didn't have the reactions I had from thousands of people, I don't think I'd be talking like this. I'm just being myself, man. So
Absolutely. Before we wrap up here, one thing I want to talk about, in addition to being a big fight fan and a fighter yourself, you're a big fan of basketball. You like the NBA. So what I want to do with you is I want to create a starting five all-time team, but guys that you could see fight in the UFC. So 5 basketball players
shit.
that you could also see maybe fight.
Bro, there's some fucking savages.
Who would go at point guard? Like if we need a smaller dude, a little point guard action.
AI.
That's
AI.
what I'm thinking. Yes,
Fuck,
that
you know what I
attitude,
mean?
swagger.
I love AI. He was probably one of the first people that got me into basketball. I think Carmelo would have to be small forward, a shooting guard. Fuck, I don't know. If we're talking, I got to be a fan of the guy, so I'm not. I don't know. Maybe like Tracy McGrady. I feel like Tracy McGrady's big ass fucking crack somebody. And I gotta go Shaq at the 5 just because he was in UFC Undisputed 3. And he's huge. I'd hate to get hit by his big ass.
But
Then
a
power
Charles
forward.
Oakley or a Bill Lambier?
I was about to say Charles Barkley.
That too.
Fuck yeah. Or maybe Ron Artest. Fucking Metal World Peace. That's who I'll go with. Yeah, I watched Metal World Peace slump a couple motherfuckers when I was like 8 years old. I was like, wow. So yeah, that's the starting 5.
For you, man, how much fun are you having right now on this crazy journey?
No, this has been a dream. I got my older brother with me in my corner, and I've been taking him with to all like the media shit today and just everything we got to do. And it's, I mean, uh, how many people would kill to get to where I'm at? You know what I mean? Standing where the fuck I'm standing, being able to do this stuff. Like, it's such a blessing. I beg God for this. You know, I prayed and prayed and prayed to be able to provide for my family and to be able to be who I want to be for my family, to potentially retire my parents at some point, to potentially buy these trips and just be somebody that like I want to be. You know, I want my family to look at me and be like, we can count on him. And I watched my father struggle and work his ass off to do what he did. And like, man, this is it's amazing. I got my beautiful fiance here. I got my big brother here with me right now. My mom and dad land the night. You know, my mother-in-law lands tomorrow. I got fucking sponsor coming in. Like just the support of people that want to be here. The people that like, bro, there's fucking 20 people flying out from Minnesota every time we've been out here. What the fuck? I got my uncle Jeff and fucking Carrie, and it's all these fucking people, and I I I'm so blessed. I'm so happy. Like this is incredible. I feel like I'm playing career mode in UFC 5. I sent EA Sports UFC a message. I was like, hey, if I fucking sleep Petrino, you motherfuckers better put me in the game. That shit would be sick.
All right, last question, Steve. In a perfect world, my friend, what is the outcome Saturday night when you make your return to the UFC Apex when you take on Vitor Petrino?
In a perfect world, man, me and him go at it. We get to fucking bloody each other up. I mean it. I really want a war. I want to be able to scrap with this motherfucker. If we go bar for bar, fucking blow for blow, I'm telling you, I'm the one standing. And I want him to believe in his hands. I want him to fucking want this because if me and him go out here, I'm telling you, if he fucking meets me in the middle, bro, we're winning 100K. And if I sleep him, I'm winning 150 fucking K. You know what I mean? Like this is what this shit is about. And come on, baby, we're some gladiators. Let's go be gladiators. Gladiators. Let's go fight. You know, I'm expecting a wrestling match, but god damn it, Vitor, come on, let's go make some fucking money, bro. Poha.
With the big win here, could we get the most epic Stephen Asplund rant yet after the fight?
Man, I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck I'd say. You know what I mean? If DC interviews me, I'll probably talk shit about John Jones or something. But I don't know. I'm just kidding. John Jones is my favorite fighter for so long. No, man. I think you'll probably see me cry again and probably hear me talk some shit into another heavyweight I got eyes on. So, you know, I'm just excited to go out there and perform, and hopefully it's another good one for the fans, and hopefully not hopefully, I'm gonna be fucking victorious Saturday night. We're gonna go out there and have some fun, hazing the barn. Time to burn this bitch down.
Absolutely. Well, Stephen, man, thank you so much for taking time out of the week. I know we're buying here very soon, but it really means a lot to me. And good luck, my friend.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. That's it for us today. He is Mr. Concrete, Stephen Asplund. I'm Carl Perusa. You can watch him taking on Vitor Petrino Saturday night. Fight fans, don't blink. Take care.